All right, everyone should be here. So I'll get started. So welcome to our cookie information webinar, Zero to GDPR Hero. It's a first of the type of webinars from Cookie Information, where we will more go into technical details on how to work with our product and how to implement it on our website. And today in particular, we will be looking on how to easily implement the cookie information banner on your WordPress website. So first of all, I would like to just quickly run through what is cookie information and why is it relevant for you as a website owner. So cookie information is a consent management platform. We provide website owners with tools to easily comply with GDPR and e-privacy regulations. And how do we do it? It's quite simple. We provide a ready-made consent banner for your website. We automatically scan your website for cookies that are set on users' browsers, and we add this information to the banner template so that when your users visit your website, they are informed about the cookies that might be set on their browsers when visiting the website. You might ask, what is wrong with my current banner, perhaps? That is just a bar at the bottom with accept all button. Well, there is more than what meets the eye. We also provide something that's called software development kit. And this allows to hold back cookies until the user has made the choice. So only the users that have agreed to statistic cookies have Google Analytics track them, and only users that agree to marketing category have personalized ads. What we also do is we record and store this user consent. And this is what is often the trickiest. The reason you need to record and store the user consent is so that you can provide to data protection authorities that you have collected valid consent from your users and you have respected their choice. So what we will cover in this webinar, you can see, I missed the slide here, but it's saying what I just talked, that we provide a banner template that lives up to the GDPR and e-privacy regulations. We have fully automated cookie discovery. We also have created a WordPress plugin for easy integration and support for multilingual websites. We'll talk about it later. And how to set up a software development kit to hold back cookies until your users have given consent for the necessary categories. So what we'll cover is I'll go through a simple setup of your account, adding the banner to your WordPress website and adjusting it for multilingual websites, implementation of the SDK kit, and at the end, I'll also go through how to make some simple adjustments to the consent banner so it fits more your brand on website. So with further ado, let's go to a demo. So here I have set up a new account and I have already added my first domain. So what you will see when you log in for the first time in your account will be something similar, except of course you wouldn't have already added something there. So you'll create a new consent solution and add your first domain. I have already added mine, so we'll go ahead and open it. So what is a consent solution? It is, so to say, a folder for a lot of domains that you potentially might have. So if you have a webshop.com and perhaps you have blog.webshop.com, so perhaps multiple sites that are within the same theme. And by adding them to the same consent solution, they will have the same settings applied and the same styling of the consent banner, which we'll talk in future. So back to the, so to say, basics. Here, I have added one domain called test.1. I've set the type to public domain, so it means that the domain will be scanned. I've set the default language to English. Scanning depth. Scanning depth is something that is how many pages on the website will be scanned. I know in my case, my website is quite small, so 500 pages will be plenty enough. And scanning frequency is how often the website will be scanned. So scanning frequency of 1 is daily, 7 is weekly, and 30 is monthly scan. So I know I'll be making some changes, so I would set scanning frequency to 7. Now that we have added our first domain, we can go on to the languages and settings. I know that my website is primarily in English, but I've also made 2 other language versions. So I would like the constant banner to appear in the language in which the user is viewing my website. So I have a Danish version of the website, so I would like a Danish banner appear on my Danish website. So to do that, we'll need to add the Danish language. And I've also gone ahead and created the website in my 3rd language, which is Latvian. So we'll go ahead and save the settings. Perfect. Now we can move on to the installation tab that will provide us with the script that we will add to the website. So we can go ahead, copy the script, and move on to the WordPress dashboard interface. So usually you probably have already done this, or maybe not. You will have some sort of a headers or footers plugin. If not, you would do this action by going to Appearances and Theme File Editor. However, it is not advised, and it can have some stability issues, and it is better recommended not to touch the theme header file, to kind of depending how much you know. So we'll go ahead and go to a plugin that I've installed in advance called Insert Headers and Footers. Here we have headers section, body section, and footer. So whatever scripts I add to the headers section will be added to my website's header. So we can go ahead and add a script at the top from the website, and we can press save. After a moment, once the changes have been saved, we can go to my website and refresh. And in just a moment, we should see that the banner appears on the website. Here we go. So the banner appears in the English language, and that's perfect. So in just 5 minutes, we've gone to website with no banner to a website with banner. But if we go ahead and change to Danish version of my website, we can still see that once the banner appears, it is still in English. And the reason for that is, if we go back to the headers, we can see that the settings specify that the banner should be displayed in English. So how do we display the banner in the language we want to? Well, we can do this with our WordPress plugin. So we can go ahead and remove the script, because we will be adding it through our WordPress plugin. Save the changes. And we can head on to the plugins section of the WordPress admin dashboard. Here, we can add a new plugin and search for cookie information. So here we have our cookie information WordPress plugin, and we can go ahead and install it. After a few moments, once it's installed, we'll go ahead and activate it. And just like that, the WordPress plugin is installed. As soon as you install the plugin, it will automatically display the constant banner on the website. So if we go back to our website and reload it, we can see that the banner will be added to the website right away. And this time you'll notice that it's also already translated into Danish. And that is one of the advantages of the WordPress plugin that makes it much more simple to translate the constant banner in different languages. So if we go ahead and close the banner, and let's say we choose the third language, which is Latvian, we can reopen the banner and see that in a moment, it is already translated in the third language. So just like that, by installing the plugin, it's made extremely easy to have the constant banner appear in 3 languages, depending on which page your users access. Perfect. So now we have done this. Let's now have a look at the WordPress plugin and some additional features it provides. So by going to WordPress dashboard and going to the cookie information plugin settings, we can see there are few options. So we have also a cookie policy shortcode, which allows to add the cookie policy to a dedicated cookie policy page on your website. So you can just copy the shortcode and will automatically generate a cookie policy with all the cookies found and some predefined text that we have prepared for you. You can also use privacy control shortcode, and this is more of a on web page choices that your users can make. So you can add on any page a chance for users to change their settings to enable statistic, marketing, or functional cookies and submit the content. So you can choose whether to have a pop-up on your website, or you can also have another dedicated page where to submit content. We also have IAB functionality, Google Consent Mode. And the last feature that I want to show you is that enable auto blocking of YouTube and Vimeo videos. So why would you want to do it? The reason is when a user visits a website that has embedded YouTube or Vimeo video, the YouTube video will automatically set cookies on the user's browser. And to prevent that, we would like to first use the user to accept a certain category before the cookies are set. So if it's a YouTube video, we would like the user first to agree to marketing cookies before enabling the video. And if it's a Vimeo video iframe, we would like the user to agree to statistic category before enabling the video. So we can go ahead and enable this feature. And what this will do is our plugin will find all of the video elements on your website and add our software development kit around it so that the elements are only displayed after a user has given consent. We can also choose which consent the user will need to provide. And in this case, we have pre-selected marketing. And of course, you can change to any category, but we'll keep it as marketing. Below, you can also change the text that will be displayed to users instead of the video. So the user might not see the video, but they will see the informative text where they can also click and give their consent for marketing category. And so we'll go ahead and save changes. All right, the changes have been saved. So if we go back to our website, we can see there is a product information video. And currently we have agreed to marketing category. So if we reload the page, we can see in just a moment that the video is still displayed. However, if the user has, for example, chosen to decline all of the categories, you can see that instead of the video, there is a text showing that in order to see this content, you need to agree to cookies, click here to renew. And after renewing consent for marketing category, the YouTube video has been enabled. So now your users can go to your website, see the consent banner, see what cookies are set, and until they have given consent to a specific category, no cookies from YouTube will be set. That's perfect. The next step we would like to do to take it one step further to be more compliant is to hold back other cookies. So for example, on my website, I would like to see how many users visit my website and see more statistics about how my website is performing. And to do that, I have added Google Analytics script to my website. However, the Google Analytics cookies should be held back until the user has given consent. So to do that, we can use our SDK kit. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead to our help center where you can easily find predefined functions that need to be used in order to do this. So we can move to our help center at support.cookieinformation.com. And we can search for an article called third-party cookie blocking, because that is what we're trying to do here. We can go to external scripts, because I know that Google Analytics is an external script. And if you have any questions about what is external script, internal script, or anything like that, you are welcome to reach out to our support, which I'll talk about later. But for now, let's implement SDK on the Google Analytics cookies. So here we already have provided an example for just this case. So this is how a script would look like before the user has implemented SDK. And this is how it would look after. So what we'll do is we will copy the first part of the script, because that is what is adjusted. So we'll go ahead, copy the script, and go back to our WordPress dashboard. We'll go to our headers and footers section where we can adjust the scripts that are set on every of the pages. So here we have our Google Analytics script, and we will go ahead and replace it. So we'll go ahead and take the unique ID here and replace it from our copied example. Perfect. All right. And we can go ahead, press save. And just like that, we're now holding back Google Analytics until the user gives consent. So we can go ahead and see this on our website. So I will just open the cookie panel so we can see what kind of cookies are being set. So we'll clear the cookies, refresh the website, and now we can see that no Google cookies are set before the user gives consent. If the user chooses to decline all the cookies, they will still not be set. If we choose to agree to statistic category, we can see that the Google Analytics cookies are fired right away, these two cookies called GA. And of course, if we agree to marketing category, it will also enable the YouTube video. So now, in just 20 minutes, we've added the consent banner to our website. We have enabled multiple languages. So depending on which version of the language website your users visit, they also see the consent banner in the language the website is presented. We are holding back automatically YouTube videos until the user gives consent to the videos. And we're also holding back statistical cookies until the user has given consent. The last part I wanted to talk in this webinar is how to make adjustments to your consent banner so that it fits your brand. By default, we provide our consent banner with our default colors, which is dark green. But in my case, I feel like I would like to make the banner fit my website a bit more. So add a bit more darker colors as are on my website and add the logo. So to do that, we can go back to the cookie information platform and go to the tab called Pop-up. This is a tab that contains all the information about the consent pop-up. I can see that I have been talking for too long and I've been logged out of the platform. So just give me a moment and I will log back in. All right, I am back into the platform. So as I was saying before, to customize the constant banner, we'll go to a tab called Pop-up. And this tab contains all the information about the constant pop-up that is displayed on the website. Here we have the pop-up text, the buttons, but what we're looking for is the template file that we'll be adjusting. And we can find it by going to advanced settings. And here we'll have 3 fields of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to enable all the functionality and display the constant banner as we want it. You can use any code editor that you would like. What I can recommend is to use a CodePen, which is a free tool that will also display the results that you're working on. So we'll go ahead and copy each of these 3 files and paste it in a CodePen file. So we can go to CodePen and create a new file, a new project, and just paste all the fields here. So we'll go ahead and paste it. And the last file of JavaScript, we'll paste it right here. Perfect. And I will just add this last function, show cookie banner, at the end of the file to display the banner so we can see the results we're working on. All right, so now we have our constant banner and it's time to make some adjustments. So first we'll go ahead and grab the logo of my website and add it to the banner to make it look a bit more fitting to my website. So all I need to do is copy the link of my logo and go to the third of the files, JavaScript, scroll to the top of the page, and here you will see a line called image path where we can paste our logo URL and it will be automatically added to the banner, just like that. The next step I would like to do is to change the color of the buttons and toggles. Currently, they're dark green, but I would like to change them to simple, sleek black. So what I will do, I will find the button elements that are located about 1/3 down the way in the code. And I'll go find the attribute called background and change it from the green color to black. The values in the code are in hex values. So if you need any help, you can use one of the many free tools online. So here we have already made the changes to the button. So now it's black. And let's do the same changes for the toggles to change them from green to black. So we'll just scroll down, find the line COI checkboxes, and change the background from the same green to black. Perfect. And just like that, in a few minutes, if you know where you're looking, you can change the constant banner. And don't worry, I know it might seem quite technical, but all of the custom changes I've done to the banner can also be found in our help center. And if you need any help, you can reach out to my colleagues at support, or where I or my colleagues will reply to you and help you make these simple changes. So once we're done with making the changes, we can go ahead and copy these files and paste them back into the platform. So we can go ahead here, change the CSS, and we can go ahead and copy the JavaScript. And just remember to remove the last line if you have added it to prevent the banner from appearing twice. So now we have pasted back in the changed files. We can go ahead and press save and publish. What this will do is it will push the pop-up template file to our content delivery network, and it will distribute the file to all of the servers that we're using. It might take about 5 to 10 minutes. And however, sometimes it can be instantaneous. So let's go ahead to our website to see if the changes have already taken effect. Let's clear our cookies and cache and reload the page. Perfect. So now we can see the changes have been instantaneous. And now our banner has our logo. It has a custom color we have chosen. And the constant toggles are also in our chosen color of black. And that is the last part I wanted to talk to you about. And with that, we have covered everything there is to get started on a simple website. So we have created an account with cookie information, we know how to add the banner to the website with a simple script that can work for any website, or you can use our WordPress plugin. You know how to enable multilingual websites so that the banner appears in the language that your website is displayed, how to implement an SDK kit so that the cookies are only set after your user agrees to their consent, and how to customize the banner so it fits your brand or website on your website. With that, I will go ahead back to my presentation and move to the last slide, which is questions and answers. So I can see there are some questions from our participants, and I will just read through them, and I'll see if there are some answers that are too specific. And if they're too specific, please write to support@cookieinformation.com, where we'll help with your specific answer. And if the answer is more relevant for more people, I'll read it aloud and answer it. Right. So first question, what is the simplest way to add the script to the website? The simplest way, as I showed in the beginning, would be to add the script to the header of your website. In this case, I used a WordPress plugin that gives me an easy interface to add headers and footers to my website. If you're using something else, the main principle is the same, where you would like to add the script to the header as high as possible to prevent the script from interfering with other scripts on your website. If any cookies, the second question is, if any cookies are blocked automatically, if yes, which ones? We have a feature called first-party cookie auto-blocking, and this feature allows to block first-party cookies. So in the example I was showing, we were using Google Analytics, which is a third-party script, and setting third-party cookies. So the auto-blocking will not work on these cookies, but if the website itself sets certain cookies, it will help with blocking these cookies. So it will definitely help to reduce the work that is needed in order to hold back all the necessary cookies until the user has given consent. Third question is, what happens to consent rate once you implement your solution? How can we ensure that they are as high as possible? So I would say nothing happens to your consent rate. The consent rate is basically the amount of people that say yes to all of the cookies versus the total users that have submitted consent on your website. From our experience, that average of the consent rates across different websites, different industries is about 72%, plus or minus, depending on the industry. And how you can ensure it's high as possible, I would say to have short button text. So not to say that by pressing this button, you would like cookies not to be set, or by pressing accept all of the cookies set on this website can and will be set on your website. A simple decline all, accept all works best, and we would recommend sticking with that. And a fourth question, is there a plugin for Webflow? That would be a bit more specific question. And if you would like that answered, please reach out to support@cookinformation.com, where